I finished a page. I think about a week ago. I put a video up of a panel from this. Like, so essentially, I'm gonna start doing a new comic book. It's gonna be like a self-contained story. Not sure how I'm gonna get it out there to the world. Like, but I want to, I guess, just log my progress here, my thought process, and kind of share some art and like little tidbits and stuff like that. If it comes up, like, I don't even know if this is going to be like the finished look to it, but essentially it's kind of me figuring out digital, figuring out the process. And I think what I like about it, like, I don't even know if these like for the speech bubbles, if the font size is the right size. There's a lot of stuff I need to look into. Even the colors, I could probably spend more time on them to try and make them really pop. But for now, I'm kind of happy enough with where I'm at there. Like, and yeah, essentially, I think it's starting. I know a lot of people go out there and they spend a long time like just drawing up designs and things like that. Like, but I don't like wasting my time on any of that shit. Like, essentially, in my head, this is it's not the first page. There's going to be, I don't, in a comic book normally there's like a credits page, but I want that credits page to have a little bit of dialogue and a little, like, a start of the story. And I want that as in like a nice shot of the kind of, well, not a nice shot of a ghetto, a cool shot of a ghetto. And you will see these three characters. It would be a bit further back. I just haven't done that yet because I have to think up the Ghetto Witch logo and stuff like that. Like, but I think as a place to set a story, like, you know, like 1970s Ghetto, like, I was just looking at some images, like there's some like really cool environments, like, and I'm trying to push myself environment wise, like this is my, as my artist brain, this is my type of nightmare, like drawing this stuff. But I want to try and challenge myself and find out a process where I can enjoy drawing this stuff, like. And you know, there's a lot to use here, like. And the reason why I'm doing it in the 70s is because I want to then set a modern day story, like in 2020, and one of the characters from the story will be still alive and still in the next story, like years later. But I want, it's almost like an origin story. Like, it's not the Ghetto Witch is not the main, it is kind of the main character in this story, but one of the supporting cast will be, what I'd love to do is turn into a character for another story afterwards, like, and link the two together. But yeah, like, I just started kind of drawing out some panels, like establishing some of the characters, and really, like, even the look of these guys. I think I saw this fellow with shades on, and then I says, I'm gonna give him like some white clothes, and like, even then those characters start to like kind of form in your head, and you start to give them names and stuff like that. And then so it's all kind of just coming together very organically. And essentially what you'll learn is what I wanted here: the witch with yellow eyes, and the kind of the kind of boss in this gang, like, he's kind of got the yellow eyes as well. Like, essentially these two are kind of linked in a way, like she is kind of controlling him. And you'll find out why, as in a bit of the past bit. This character, I've even, what's the names I've come up with, like Duke is kind of the leader, and this fella is going to be called Laser, and this guy is going to be called Samson. So like, I'm all kind of just, I can change all this later if I don't like it, but I kind of had to get stuff in there. But essentially you just learn that they're getting ready to take on another gang, like move into another territory. Like, they'll have loads of other gang members with them, but these will be kind of the focal point of the gang, like. And just, yeah, I think the colors are quite quick. I didn't spend a ton of time. What I'm discovering is, with colors, you really, like, if you don't know colors, you kind of have to spend a lot of time just tinkering with them, trying different variations, and trying something that'll work. Like, I really like that panel. That was the first panel I'd done. But you know, I've more to think of. Like, it is a nighttime scene, so I'm trying to kind of keep a lot of the colors down, like muted, so that they don't pop out too much. Like, but essentially, yeah, that I really enjoyed that. I kind of started to come up with a method for doing the environments. Like, it's a bit, I don't know, it could be better. Like, but I just don't like super clean backgrounds. Like I like them to have that kind of rough feel to it, and maybe over time it'll look exactly what I want to look like. I kind of think of artists like John Paul Leon or Tommy Lee Edwards, you know, like that would be kind of the kind of look I'd be going for. Maybe not everything, but in certain areas. Like, and I was working on a second panel there second page last night. Like, but I don't know, I just messing about with cross hatching and stuff like that, trying to get this is just a witch. She's come down and landed on the ground. Like, what you'll learn quite soon is like she's invisible. Like no one can see her. Like, you know, she's gonna be walking around with everybody in this ghetto, and like no one can see her. Like, and she's kind of manipulating everything. But and then I want the gang here, just they're taking out they're getting their guns and stuff ready for a shootout. Like, but look, I'm on 5-6 minutes. I'll leave it at that. And I'll just keep doing these videos as I go. And hopefully I can generate enough interest where people will actually read it and be, because you know, comics, it's a hard nut to crack. Like, you know, people are just too busy watching Netflix and Amazon Prime and Disney and stuff like that. Like,